How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another video. So this is the first video of this year that I've made of this kind, and I wanted to kick it off straight away with bullying, because as the years go on, bullying is ultimately getting worse. Me and my girlfriend had an experience literally the last 2 days of some of her bullies starting, and to be honest, it's quite sad on some sort of level, because I kind of feel for the bullies a bit, and this will explain it. There's got to be something going on with them that they feel the need to drag somebody down to that level. Because being honest, my girlfriend has been through some rough times, some really rough times, and these bullies love to bring that up. Every little bit they can find, they will bring that up. And it's quite sad, obviously, for my girlfriend, and also for I feel sorry for the bullies because, to be honest, there's got to be something seriously messed up here to be throwing that kind of stuff around. And obviously I love my girlfriend, so I'm going to stand by her. So yeah, this is my thoughts on bullying, and to be honest, I think this video is long overdue. We need to understand bullies in a different light. So just kicking it off, why do they do what they do? Well, I've already mentioned a bit of it. They feel powerful. Let's be honest, they feel powerful. Now, I understand this a bit because I wasn't the nicest person in high school, and I hold my hands up to that. I wasn't quite a bully, but I wasn't nice at the same time. I always used to pick arguments with other people and, you know, mock some people, but then mock me back, and, you know, I wasn't the nicest of people. But I do understand this to a point, because I felt powerful, and, you know, I've come to realise, you know, I came to realise in school that it was the wrong thing, and actually I stood by that person and helped them out for the last 2 years of school. While I was there anyway, because I didn't skip the last year and a half. I had that off due to mental health reasons. But the last 2 years or so, I helped that person through high school. So I did realise it was wrong, and I fixed my ways and I helped him. But back onto the subject. They do feel powerful. They feel really powerful, and I think that's what feeds their ego and why, you know, they continue to do it. Even if they have that slight doubt that it's wrong, it's not what they should be doing, they'll still do it. And even though it's wrong, I can understand to some point why, in their point of view, it would seem like a good idea. But it really isn't. It's a really sad idea, and you can't. Why bring somebody else down to lift yourself up? Why not both rise together? That's what I don't understand. There's strength in numbers. Another reason is they get egged on by others. Let's be fair. Usually bullies don't do it themselves. They are way too scared to do it themselves. And that was the case with the bullies yesterday. The bully came behind me and my girlfriend, and as soon as I turned around and he realised his friend wasn't with him, he ran off. So, way too scared. Bullies travel in packs, if you like. They like to feed off each other, call that person names all at once, and I think that's why it can get a bit overwhelming for someone who has been bullied, because you've got all these names coming from everywhere and there's not much you can really do about it. But just so you know, in a few days there will be a new video out about how to cope with bullying, because if there's something I do want to achieve this year, it is producing a load of videos on mental health awareness and how to cope with mental health, but also I'm going to try my hardest to help, you know, people going through bullying, because it's a terrible experience. I have been bullied most of my life, and I think that's why I got into not being so nice, because I was just fed up with it. I thought, well, if they're going to do it, I'm going to do it. And to be honest, no, wrong decision, and then I eventually took the high ground. And by the way, if a bully is watching this, you seriously need to rethink your lifestyle, because you're bringing somebody down to a point. And I mentioned this on my Facebook. If a police officer came in to the school the next day after you bullied somebody and told you that that kid had committed suicide, had harmed themselves because of the actions that you did, would you feel so powerful then? I bet you wouldn't. I really bet you wouldn't. Now, another reason, I'm not giving this as an excuse for the bullies, but there can be a lot of things going on at home and influences. If somebody in their household is not very nice, calls them names, then that's just going to be a natural instinct in them to think that's normal. So they'll go out calling people names. And there can be a lot of things going off at home, whether it's like a divorce, abusive relationship, you know, you don't get on with your siblings and you constantly fight, so you take that behaviour to school. There can be a multitude of reasons, but it's not a good enough excuse to go into a school and start destroying somebody's school career, because at the end of the day, school is a big part of your life. It gives you the foundation of where you're going to go in life. Now, GCSEs aren't everything, I've said that time and time again, but it does give you the essential skills. And if you are brought up with a negative mindset, like I was in school, you'll probably end up like me, which is not a good thing. I'm obese, which I actually went to the gym for the first time yesterday. Not a video on that, but I will update you on it in a future video. But yeah, it's not a good thing to be me. I'm obese, depression and anxiety out the wazoo. Like, it's not fun. And I really, no matter how hard you tried, you couldn't get me to back somebody bullying. It's not a good thing to do. So yeah, if a bully is watching this, stop. You need to stop. You don't even have to, it's preferable if you apologise to the person, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to do it, just stop. Because at the end of the day, you're only ruining lives. So on sort of the same subject, these bullies will have, well, most of the time they do have negative things going on for themselves. It can be frustration driven. I can see that being a factor. If they've got something going on, not just at home, but with friends, they might turn around and lash out at someone, but that's not quite bullying. But if it's continued, and you know they're coming all the time, they've got something going on which is like so demanding that it's like frustrating them constantly, and they're constantly going to that same person and taking their anger out on them, then that is classed as bullying. And even if they lash out once, it's not a great idea to do, is it? So yeah, most of the time bullies will have something going on, and that is not to defend them, but it's true. It's true. Bullies can have a lot of things going on. So best thing to do is either just stay out of the way of them so they can't take that anger out on you, or speak to them. Because to be honest, that's what I did with a few of my bullies. I spoke to them and I said, look, why? And most of the time you get a sarcastic response, but with a few of my bullies it turned pretty deep. So yeah, have a word with them. That's also a good idea. Just have a word with them. So just wrapping this video up, the conclusion of this basically is you've all, to cope with it in a sense, you have to see them as the negative side of things, not you. Because what they're doing is negative. Even though they're bringing up some things that you might be insecure about, you think negatively about yourself, some things you've done, you know, and you regret, they are in the wrong for bringing that up. If you're trying to move on, you're trying to do the right thing, then you're not in the wrong. You can't be in the wrong, unless it's like some serious crime, which, you know, you're pretty much doing the wrong. But yeah, chances are it's a problem with them, not you. Just back away and say, look, I don't know what that person's dealing with, but seriously, I just need to get out of here. And just avoid them at all costs. And obviously tell somebody if you're getting bullied. Nobody in the right state of mind wants somebody to go through bullying. So honestly, if you see this video and you think, well, maybe I could tell somebody, but you don't want to tell somebody that you know in person, leave a comment. Leave a comment and I'll reply to anybody who, you know, feels like they do need to talk. And obviously there's people in the comments that will then reply to you and maybe give you a bit of support. So yeah, I hope this were a helpful video. In no way am I defending bullies, never will. It's not a good thing to do. But I felt like people needed to understand a bit more into the psychology of it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, I hope you found it helpful. Remember, leave a comment if you're struggling yourself, because some days I struggle as well. Some days I could use somebody to talk to. Where's my people to talk to? I mean, I've got a girlfriend, but yeah, I do talk to her, obviously. But where's my people? I want to talk to people. Choking, got a cold. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. And I can't wait to be regularly uploading again. It's something I've been looking forward to. See you in a bit. Peace.